Hello there, it's Tom with the Dwarven Moustache here, and I've been working my way through doing several units, building up a wood elf army, and these are my Waywatchers, or the first unit I've managed to complete. Working my way through doing a load of stuff, but I really wanted I really wanted a 6.5. As well, I own about 6,500 points worth of models, but I'm steadily painting my way through them. But I basically got like an overexcited child and went, I want a huge giant Oldhammer-style wood elf army, and I've basically been collecting stuff up, and I'm working my way through painting a load of stuff. And to be honest, I sort of want more. I've got about 6,500 points so far, and I want more because I can get overexcited like a child. Who doesn't? It's I'd call it it's a it's quite easy to get overexcited, regardless. But yeah, it's these are my Waywatchers, and this is one unit of them at least. And I'll turn all these round partly. Whether you do use these for the old world, I don't know, because apparently there's the Waywatcher tax where you have to have the hero to be able to field a group of these, and I've got some models that I can use for that in regards to that. But yeah, it's the old world looks decent enough, but I do realise that there are other editions. But whichever edition I do use, I mean, I would quite like to play a bit of the old world, see how it goes. But regardless to that, I wanted an Oldhammer-style army. I realised that getting invested, these aren't proper, like, third edition Waywatchers or anything like that. These are actually Waywalkers from a range of Elves made by Oakbound Studio, and they are nominally for a game called The Woods, and I really liked these guys, and I really enjoyed painting them. And I'll linger on these this for a moment, but you can sort of start seeing that. Try and move the camera in a bit closer. You can sort of see incorporated in the base. It's probably more obvious with this guy here that there are logs in. Once the camera focuses, there are logs incorporated in the base. They're real wood. They're the bits of twigs. I thought involve a bit of the woods for protectors of the woods, and I do realise I'm not necessarily the best painter, but I'm not really doing this to say. I'm not trying to necessarily say that I'm worthy of winning a golden demon, because I know perfectly well I'm not. But I rather enjoy the painting process, and I just sort of, this is sort of a hobby vlog, and I sort of just want to sort of share how things are going with this sort of stuff. And this is sort of showing how I'm building up a wood elf army in an Oldhammer style. Most these guys are all metal. I think the vast bulk of my models that I've got so far, and I'm thinking I might get some more when I've worked through them, when I've worked through what I've got so far. But the vast bulk of the models I've got are metal. Yeah, some of them are from they are Grenadier models that are still being made from the early 90s and stuff. Some of them are oak-bound studio models like these guys. So yeah, but yeah, the vast bulk of my models are metal. Some of them are resin. But those are mainly the monsters. I've got a trio of tree men so far as of filming. Those are resin. They're actually Trish Carden sculpts from her new Harrowhurst range, apart from another which is another oak bound. But I've also got a big giant forest dragon that I'm painting up with my warlord mounted on it. But I do realise there's a bit of a with the old world, there's a bit of a sort of a thing where you sort of people don't like dragons and they're a bit sort of how do I defeat the dragon? Ooh, sort of about things, and it's take your own dragon, but yeah, it's I'm probably gonna use them for large scale games when everyone's taking 2 or 3 dragons anyway. It's if I'm fielding the whole 6,500 point army that I'm building, then yeah, you're going to be having at least 1 dragon in your army, aren't you? Several big monsters and stuff, big tough monsters, and several ways of taking down tough monsters without the use of other big tough monsters. You're going to have a lot of room for things, aren't you? In 6,500 points. But yeah, I got into doing the whole excitable child thing of going, well, I want a huge army. And I suppose ideally it's sort of like, it's a few years down the line, it's sort of like I sort of want to aim for getting like, a 12,000 point wood elf army. But whether I get there, I don't really know. I've got 6,500 points as it is already to get through. And I've got some dwarves and stuff that I want to paint up because dwarven mustaches. And but yeah, anyway, these are my Waywatchers. I'm going through a big giant batch of filming stuff, but I'll zoom in slightly with managed to get some camo on the back. It's a bit clunky in the way I've done it, but I'm pleased enough. And you might notice on some of my other models, if you want to watch those, that I rather like my scenic tufts. It's one thing I really like. I think it really ties in a unit. With the flowers, definitely you can sort of denote an entire unit. I like using them. I'm a tufty boy, meaning I like the use of scenic tufts. But anyway, I'll see you all soon. Stay safe, stay groovy,